Welcome to the Nikko Daze show, your soft space in a loud, jaded world, your quiet corner when everything outside feels just a little too sharp. I'm your host, Nikko Daze, a late-night voice, a gentle friend in the dark, and someone who knows what it's like to carry wounds that don't bleed, but still ache. If you're new here, this show was created with you in mind. Yes, you, the one who's been feeling too much and pretending too little. This is the place where we say the things we couldn't say out loud, where we sit with our pain instead of running from it, where softness is power and silence is not emptiness. It's healing. And if you've been with me for a while, welcome back. I see you. I feel you. I've missed you. Tonight's episode is one I've been holding on to for a while because it's tender. It's sharp. It's personal. We're calling it Betrayal Doesn't Come From Enemies. Let that sink in for a moment. Betrayal doesn't come from enemies. Enemies don't have access. They don't know your soft spots. They don't know the stories you whispered in the dark. They don't hold the map to your soul. Betrayal, real betrayal, comes from people you loved, people you let in, people who sat at your table and laughed with you, people you would have done anything for, until they did the very thing you thought they never could. This one's for the friendships that ended with silence, the family member who left you questioning your worth, the partner who promised forever and then disappeared like a ghost, the person who made you believe you were safe until suddenly you weren't. If you've ever cried over someone you still secretly root for, if you've ever blamed yourself for being too trusting, if you've ever sat in the wreckage wondering what you did wrong, this episode is for you. So tonight, we're not pretending it doesn't hurt. We're not skipping to the lessons before we sit in the loss. We're going to talk about what it feels like to be betrayed by someone you loved, and how to start healing when the closure never comes. So take a breath, inhale deeply, and exhale everything you've been holding in. Turn the lights low. Wrap yourself in something soft. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. You deserve a moment to just be with yourself. This space is yours. And before we dive deeper into the pain, let's begin, like we always do, with something grounding. It's time for the day's check-in. Let's slow down for a moment. Wherever you are right now, this space is yours. Whether you're curled up on your bed, walking home with headphones in, or just sitting quietly in a corner of your day, take this moment to arrive. Let's have the day's check-in. Breathe in gently through your nose. Hold that breath. Feel it expand in your chest. Now let it go slowly. Let it feel like a release. Close your eyes if you can. Place one hand over your heart. Now ask yourself, what emotions have been sitting with me lately but never asked to stay? What feelings have I pushed aside just to keep going? And what parts of me are whispering for attention, even in silence? You don't need to solve anything right now. Just let yourself feel. Let the truth rise without judgment. Think about this too. Did anything this week make you feel seen? Even just a little? Maybe someone checked in when you didn't expect it. Maybe a stranger held the door open. Maybe it was just the way the light hit your wall in the morning. Even the softest moments count. Even the quietest connections matter. You might feel invisible right now. You might feel like no one really knows how hard it's been for you lately. But this moment is proof that you're showing up. You're still here. You're still listening. And that means everything. Take one more breath. This one's for you. Let's begin. There's a different kind of ache that comes when someone you trusted is the one who hurts you. Betrayal does not come from a stranger shouting from across the room. It comes from someone sitting beside you. Someone who once knew your soft spots and promised to protect them. It happened to me once with a friend I thought would be there for the long haul. We grew up together, laughed together, shared secrets that only come out when it's past midnight and you feel safe. We used to talk about how we would stand by each other no matter what, but then life started shifting. I started healing in ways they didn't understand. I stopped showing up in the ways I used to, and they began to see that as distance. Instead of asking, they assumed. instead of understanding, they turned cold. Then one day, I found out through someone else that they had been talking about me. Not in a concerned way, not in a loving way, in the kind of way that makes your chest hurt, in the kind of way that makes your voice shake when you try to defend yourself. It broke something in me, because I thought this person knew me. I thought we were solid. But the truth is, some people love the version of you that fits their comfort. And when you begin to change, even for the better, it threatens their idea of who you were supposed to be for them. That's when betrayal shows up. Not with warning signs, not with flashing red lights, but with slow withdrawal, with silence, with words said behind closed doors that you were never meant to hear, but somehow always do. And that's what makes betrayal so painful. It comes from people you once held close, people you never thought you'd have to protect yourself from. But here's the thing I'm learning. Their betrayal says more about them than it ever could about you. When someone turns on you because you've grown or set a boundary or chosen yourself, that is not your shame to carry. That is not your weight to hold. It's a reflection of where they are in their own story. And you, my friend, are allowed to grieve that. You are allowed to feel the heartbreak of realizing someone you trusted didn't choose you in return. You are allowed to sit with the hurt and say, that was real for me, and it still hurt. You don't need to make excuses for them. You don't need to pretend it didn't happen. And you absolutely don't need to rush into forgiveness just to feel whole again. You can take your time. You can let the silence speak what they never had the courage to say. And you can begin again, knowing that not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Some people will walk out of your life quietly. Others will slam the door on the way out. But either way, you're still here. And that means you get to choose what healing looks like from here on out. Let's keep going. It's easy to internalize betrayal, to think, was I not good enough? Did I say the wrong thing? Was I too much? Or maybe, not enough. The mind loops those questions like a late-night playlist you didn't ask for. But here's a truth I want you to hold close tonight. Not everyone is equipped to love you in the ways you deserve. That isn't your fault. That isn't your burden. And it sure as hell isn't your responsibility to make someone stay who has already chosen to walk away. I used to think loyalty meant standing by someone no matter what. I thought it meant silence in the face of harm. I thought it meant excusing behavior just because we shared a past. But now I know better. Now I know loyalty to yourself must come first. You don't owe anyone continued access to your heart just because they once knew the rhythm of it. There's a quiet kind of power in choosing peace over proximity, in recognizing that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is walk away, not out of spite, not to hurt them, but because staying would mean abandoning yourself. And you've done enough of that already. Sometimes you won't get closure from the people who hurt you. They might never apologize. They might never admit what they did. They might even twist the story to make you look like the villain. But none of that can define your healing. Closure is not something they give you. It's something you create within yourself. It's the moment you stop replaying the conversation that never happened. The moment you stop needing them to understand. The moment you choose to release them, not because it didn't matter, but because it mattered too much to keep bleeding for it. That's the closure you deserve. You don't need one last text. You don't need the perfect explanation. You don't need them to change. You just need to choose you. And that choice, over time, becomes the healing. It becomes the peace. It becomes the quiet knowing that you are finally safe in your own skin again. Let yourself feel the ache, but then let yourself rise. Let's slow down for a moment. Find a space where you feel safe. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let your body feel heavy. Let your heart settle. Now, ask yourself this. What part of me did I start hiding after someone I trusted let me down? Was it your laughter? Your softness? Your trust in people? Your ability to open up? And now ask yourself gently, what would it feel like to bring that part of me back to life? Not for anyone else, not to prove anything, but because I miss that version of me, the one who felt safe being seen. Let this be your invitation to write. Let it be messy. Let it be real. You are not broken. You are becoming. There is healing in naming what hurt, and there is power in choosing to grow anyway. Take your time. I'm proud of you. Take a slow breath with me. In through your nose. Hold it gently. Now release. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw soften. Let yourself be held, even just by your own presence. If today's episode made you feel a little less alone, a little more seen, then I'm glad you're here. That's what the Nikko Daze show is for. Not to give you all the answers, but to walk with you while you search for them. To offer stillness in a loud world. To help you come back home to yourself. You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove anything. You're allowed to grow slow, to heal at your own pace. You're allowed to be exactly where you are without shame. And if you're holding something heavy today, I hope you let yourself set it down, even just for a moment. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love if you could share it with someone who might need it too. Tag us, follow us on your favorite platform, subscribe on YouTube. Tune in again this Saturday. You belong here. Your story matters here. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for trusting me with your quiet. You're always welcome in this space. This is the Nikko Daze Show. Stay soft, stay grounded, stay becoming. See you in the days. With love, Nikko.